on YouTube. And there we go. That's where life. That's where life. It says we're live. All right, people. So let's see if we can post and whatnot. Hi. Hey. Hi, honey. How are you? How you doing, Miss A? So all right, folks. Here we go. Great to be with you this afternoon. So a quick, yes, thank you. A quick, I don't know how to like your, mm, okay, cool. So just a quick little um housekeeping, whatnot. So for those of you kind of wondering, like just kind of the pattern of things, in case you haven't noticed, I go live pretty much when we are not um, in person. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Right. So we are doing our pattern right now is every first and third. Y'all, we're working on it. Okay. Y'all know we coming back from the life, the situation, right? Okay. So right now we're doing in person first and third Saturdays. And for those of you who did not catch the memo, people, y'all know we expanded the ages, right? So that's for ages 3 to 13. Okay. Hi. Good afternoon. That's for ages 3 to 13. Okay. For our in-person situation. And then of course, I mean live, anybody can watch me live. All right. And then as far as typically I go live on Instagram simultaneously with my people over here. So y'all will see me come look this way and you're gonna see me look that way because I'm doing two lives at the same time. Okay. We are doing what am I trying to say? Today for the like live that's over here for those of you people watching on Instagram. I am doing YouTube. Okay. I toggle back and forth between different things for different reasons. I'm not going to bother y'all with the various reasons, but today's um, live is going on YouTube and Instagram. All right. And my topic for today is what is Miss Steph doing with the tonic water? What's she doing? Why? All right. So that actually is a new material today. It's not a material that I've used like ever during my science adventures, but I had some fun, okay, as I like to do. I was looking up some things and YouTube figures out the stuff that you like and the stuff you don't like, this, that, and whatever in the third. So anywho, throughout my like little stream, I found this lady, and I want to make sure that I shout her out properly. By the end of class, I'll shout her out. But long story short, she's like doing science at home during the situation. Yes, I'm calling it the situation because I am live on platforms. But yeah, so doing live with doing different things for her kid. And y'all know, like I said, I'm always like into just finding different activities and having like really fun. Anyways, so she decided to do this glow in the dark thing with her little boy. So yes, so there's a way to do a glow in the dark lava lamp, and that is what you and I that's what we're going to work on doing today, attempt to doing today. Now, as you can tell, it's not dark right now. Okay. And so it might be a peculiar thing for you to be able to tell when what I show you starts to glow and whatnot. But we will talk about the science behind it. And I am going to, as usual, empower you to be able to try it for yourselves at home. Once again, hi, I'm Ms. Steph, and welcome to Science with Ms. Steph. I hope that all of that little 5 minutes of blurb gave you an idea of what we're doing in person, boom, and how to find me online, Boom. Like, hello. Hi, honey. Hi. More people joining us over here on Instagram. Yes, I love it. Okay. Um, and then just the kind of the idea behind what we're doing now. All right. Those of you who are live over here on Instagram, this activity is perfect for your kids, guys. Okay. This will work for the ages that you of children that you have. Okay. So anywho, let's do a quick little comparison first and so that you can really see what we've got going on. So I have several materials. I'll let you know the different materials that we've got. But I want to start out with making sure you get an idea of the difference between tonic water and and regular water. Right? Regular water, which is what I have in my flask. Okay. All right. I've got some plain old H2 and an O. Okay, right here in this flask. Okay, and a flask is a specific name for a certain type of science container, right? And it's usually shaped like this. And then we have different kinds of flasks that have like little things on the side and all that type of stuff. But the item that has this basic shape, that is flat. That is a flask. Okay. So anywho, I'm gonna put some regular plain old water. Okay, in here. Okay. And then I'm opening this slowly because tonic water is, for those of you who are not familiar, but tonic water is a carbonated beverage. It also, it's not remotely the same as club soda or just regular bubbly water. Okay. So, like I said, it's a carbonated beverage, but it also contains a special chemical inside of it that will help us do our glow in the dark situation later. And now it's not going to just glow in the dark by itself. We are going to need a black light. Okay. I love, 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 love to make sure that I'm doing activities that are accessible to y'all. I'm shaking over here. And child, I know what it's like to be watching people and they're shaking. You're like, so I'll try to make sure that things aren't too shaky over here on the cell phone. Okay. So, anyways, as I was saying, this is tonic water. Does the brand matter? Not exactly for this particular activity. Okay. The brand does not necessarily matter. Okay. So I'm pouring tonic water. See, you should be able to tell I got some fizz out of it, right? Like I said, it's a carbonated beverage. Okay. And the special chemical that is inside of it, and it has to be labeled this way, like for FDA legal reasons. Okay. It contains a chemical called quinine. And that's the thing that's going to make this super fun for us today. Right? Do. So, anywho, I'm just starting off with our initial little demonstration just to kind of let you know and let you see what's going on. Right? I just want you to be able to see the difference between, yes, y'all know I like come proper now. Come on. All right. So I want you to kind of be able to see. I'm gonna try to get this to do what I want it to do. Okay. I know, absolute shenanigans, but that's me. Anybody who's met me knows that when it comes to science, I will go the whole mile, people. Okay. So anywho, I kind of want you to be able to see. I'm going to turn my little light that way. All right, so I have my little black light. Okay. And it's a specific light. Do not shine. Safety. Do not shine this in nobody's eye, people. All right. But you're going to see, okay? So this is my regular water. And then, aha, do y'all see? Now, y'all know that's cool, okay? So this is my regular. Let me tilt things over and down a little bit better. All right? Do. Let me make sure that over here is focusing. There we go. All right. So my regular water, just whatever. And then I come over here. What? Full on glow in the dark. Hey. Okay. I come over here to my tonic water. Okay? Mm-hmm. Regular water, tonic water. Okay? So that in itself already gives us a coolness factor. So I'm actually going to try to just keep this okay? I'm going to just try to keep this inside of here. And what I'm going to let y'all see is what it looks like when hello, and thank you for joining me, is what it looks like when I add, okay, my Alka-Seltzer or Alka-Seltzer alternative, right? To, see it, to my samples, okay? So here's the one, there's the other. Once again, throwing my light on. That's the regular water. And this is my tonic water, it should be, okay? So one of the things that you may be noticing, okay, is that when the tonic water is reacting, the fluorescence kind of like calms down for a second, okay? All right. So can y'all see the difference? One is regular water, one is my tonic water, okay? And I have it in this like little kind of black box situation so that you're able to see the light easier, okay? So right now they kind of both look like they're the same chemical. You can't tell the difference. But like I showed you earlier on, okay? One is our tonic water and one is our regular water, okay? So I'm gonna take this out for a second. Ooh, uh-oh. Things happen. That was not my computer, by the way. It did not spill on the computer, and such is life. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, so now, because I wanted y'all to see the difference, right? I wanted y'all to see for a fact, right, that one like glows in the dark. Okay, so now what we're going to do, as I attempt to clean up my spill, as well as just frankly keep moving. Once again, welcome to Science with Ms. Steph. I'm Ms. Steph, and we're having some tonic water shenanigans today. Okay. So the next thing that we're going to do is do kind of a lava lamp situation, right? With the tonic water. Wouldn't that be cool? I think that would be cool and awesome and fun and exciting. All right. So I've got my two different samples. I already showed you the regular water comes out one way and the tonic water comes out another way. Okay. So we're going to, again, I'm live, guys, gals, persons, right? So y'all know, like, things happen when you go live, and you already know me well enough to know. For those of you who've been watching, know that I just kind of keep it going. Stuff happens. It just really does. Folks really have no idea, when you're doing all these different like little adventures. But anyway, stuff happens. Things spill. Okay. So I have the materials that I'm going to need for my next phase of this, right? I showed y'all basically what happens between the two sets of water, the regular or just H2O, okay, and our tonic water that has the quinine in it. Remember, that's the thing that's actually going to glow in the dark. Okay. So I showed y'all what that is, how that reacts differently, and all that type of stuff. Okay. So now, next thing that we're going to do is build our traditional lava lamp, right? However, we are going to put, instead of water, okay, instead of water, we're going to use this, right? Yes, yes, yes. Welcome to Science with Ms. Steph, folks. We're going to build our lava lamp the way we normally would. Okay, I'm definitely going to make sure that I'm adding in the food coloring just to kind of see how that reaction looks with how that reaction looks and all that type of stuff. Let me turn my light back this way just for those of y'all who might need that help. So I have just a regular water bottle that I have reused several times. Reduce, reuse, recycle, people. Like, this is what we do when we are having our fun with science. I try to make sure that I minimize the waste that I'm creating. Okay, so we definitely like to do reduce, reuse, recycle. Okay. Um, uh-oh. Mhm. All right. So, yes, 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 we are up live. Okay. So, I'm gonna add food coloring. 1, 2, 3. As you can tell, it is an orange color. Now remember, okay, when we put our light onto the tonic water, okay, the liquid turns that kind of bright blue, right? It fluoresces, okay? And there are certain chemicals that do that in the presence of black light, also, which really black light is kind of the colloquial, like kind of the common name for it, but a UV light, that's what's happening, okay? Ultraviolet light. And typically, we're not able to see um, certain spectrums of light and all that type of stuff. But then when you have the UV light on it, then it allows us to see things that fluoresce. Okay. And that's a chemical, right? That gives you that glow in the dark feeling. Okay. Well, not feeling, but you can see the glow in the dark. Okay. All right. Once again, welcome to Science with Ms. Steph. We're hanging out on a Saturday. Next thing that we need to add when we're doing a lava lamp, and anybody who's watched my channel before knows, like, folks, like, we do lava lamps all the time. It's like I have like all kinds of different like recipes and all that kind of stuff for it, different reasons why you might do that with your students of various ages, why you might try this at home. Okay, this is an activity that is safe for children to do. You do want to make sure that you have adult supervision. All right. So, depending on the age of you, if you're a kid watching this, or the age of a child, if you're an adult family member watching this, right? Depends on whether or not they can like do the majority of the activity by themselves. Okay. So, anywho, and then the thing that is going to react with our water based chemical, right? We've already done, again, experimentation and investigation on what liquids um, actually react properly with our effervescent tablet. Okay. And we know that it has to have very high water content. We know that it'll react with vinegar. We know that it reacts with water, plain old water, which is what it's prescribed to do. Okay. And this is actual medication, which is another reason why I'm saying you do need to have adult supervision. Okay. And then, of course, you just saw earlier in this live video that we're doing that this effervescent tablet does react with our tonic water. Okay. And again, the fun of today is this whole glow in the dark component, right? I really want to encourage you to learn more science, y'all. Okay, learn more science and the concept of chemicals that fluoresce and the importance of fluorescence in science, especially medical diagnostic testing. Also, just for like in forensics, they use the idea of fluorescence and all that type of stuff frequently. Okay. So I have food coloring, okay, and you can see it's not mixing in at all with my oil. And I used baby oil today, just regular old baby oil. You can use any type of oil that just naturally, at room temperature, is a liquid. Okay. All right. And so I'm pouring in now my tonic water. As you should be able to see, I know it now, it's starting to get fun, right? Okay. Now I'm pouring in my tonic water. Okay. And as you can see, the tonic water, okay, now is starting to make the food coloring mix in. Okay. So let's let you see what's happening there. And let's let you see what's happening here as well. Okay. So now let's like throw our UV light on it, right? Remember, we want to be safe with this material. We're not going to flash it in anyone's eyes. No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay. I'm going to turn that way again. Let's again stabilize that very quickly. Get you to focus again. I know it doesn't like not having light. Okay. You see the light is kind of this purplish bluish thing. It reacts to white paper. Let's see what happens here. Okay. Okay. So that's an interesting kind of thing, putting in the food coloring. Okay. It's a bit hard to see the reaction there as compared to the regular stuff, right? Y'all see how it like completely reacts, right? Without the food coloring. Okay. But over here, we got food coloring in it. And that seems to disturb that fluorescence a bit. Things that we're learning together. Okay. This is kind of sort of a bit of an unboxing. Y'all know how I like to like just come on and try things with you to see whether or not they actually work the way they say they do on YouTube. Mm. Um, y'all know how I feel about it. Sometimes YouTube says stuff works and it doesn't. Okay. Which is also why I like to do these activities with you / for you so you can see what happens. All right. So the basic lava lamp thing should go down, right? Like this should work. This should happen. Okay. Do. La 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 la. Okay. Right. Getting pretty saucy there. Again, our tonic water is a carbonated beverage. And so, because of that, there's already a certain amount of pre dissolved carbon dioxide already in there. And we know that our tablets create carbon dioxide when we add it. And so, that's why we're getting such a big overflow like reaction. It's not quite overflowing if I added soap to it and all that type. Again, watch my other videos and y'all, there's all kinds of conversations that I bring up. Okay. Um, so see, we've got that there. That's what it looks like now. I am going to bring my little black box back so that you'll be able to see what it looks like with the like inside of the black box as well. Okay, just like I did with the other stuff. Right? So again, this is my black light, my UV light. Okay. Adding more. Okay. And again, I have quite a bit of light in my apartment, which typically is perfect for my videos on a Saturday afternoon. But today, we want it to be darker. So I am going to go ahead and put this before we get ready to sign out. I will put this in the black box so that you're able to see whether or not it really does create this glow in the dark situation with the food colorings in it, because that's kind of one of the other things is that I added food coloring. Okay. I did it the way that we do all of our lava lamps. Okay. Here on my channel already. Then, so I'm going to put this here. Put this towards the back. Right. I'm going to shine this light on it. Okay. Down on the side, to the side here. Okay. So it's not really giving us that glow in the dark effect that we were able to get before. Okay. Um, and I'm sure that you noticed that the glow in the dark impact was minimized even before we added any other type of chemicals, right? Earlier on in the video, I showed you what plain water looks like and the tonic water looks like when you add your the Alka-Seltzer tablet. Okay, because the Alka-Seltzer tablet um, does react chemically with the quinine, and remember, the quinine is the thing that makes it glow in the dark. Okay, do. So I'm gonna put this down. All right. So let's make one very quickly, very quickly. Okay. Do. Without the food coloring, right? Let's see if we can do this thing without the food coloring. Okay. And make it still glow. Okay. That might be a little bit too much. Y'all know I don't care if it makes a mess. But I'm going to take a little bit out. All right. Remember, it should react. Let's put this up. There we go. Got this in there. We've got it in our dark environment. And there we go. We totally get a glow. Okay. So we know that the quinine is there, and we know that it reacts properly when it's undisturbed, when there's nothing else going on. Okay. So since I've already got my glow, let's see if I can add my baby oil. Remember, the oil is the thing that, because of its density and because of the fact that it's kind of like, for lack of a better way of saying it, it's the opposite type of molecule. You get this layer effect. So even though they're both clear liquids, you get this layering effect. Let me bring this out for a second so that you can see the layers. Right? Can y'all see the layers? Even on camera, right? You can see the layers. Let me show you here. You should be able to see. Okay. And we even have bubbles because it's a carbonated beverage, right? At the bottom, the bubbles are going up, right? So let's try the black light again. And let's see if we get a layering effect. It's a little hard for you to see on camera, but in person, I'm able to see that on the bottom, where our tonic water is. On the bottom is where I'm getting that fluorescence, and then on the top, not as much. See? So you see how when I move it up, it's kind of like not as much. There, aha, right? Y'all see that? Okay. So then the next part of our testing, right? Because remember, we're trying to test it and see what happens. Food coloring, no food coloring. Okay. Because it's already carbonated, right? I'm going to add a small amount. Okay. Actually, just add a small amount of this tablet. All right. Y'all, science with Miss Steph. Folks, we're doing the real science here. This is what we've got going on. Okay? So do we see we are getting a bit of that fluorescence activity. Okay? We are definitely getting a fluorescence activity. So one of the things that we've learned today, right? I mean, drop in the chat like what you've learned. Okay. But one of the things that I've learned is that definitely the way that we typically do our lava lamps, we're adding food coloring, is not only unnecessary, but it interferes with the glow in the dark effect. Additionally, as we see after, the the um the tablet as well, eventually after it's reacted for a while, and right before things kind of settle down, interfere with the glow in the dark effect of our tonic water. People, we've learned quite a bit today. Okay. So see, I've got it here. It was enough. Okay. to kind of impact that glow in the dark effect, right? Okay. Folks. I think I had fun. Did, did you have fun? Did you have fun with what we did today? All right, we're just over 30 minutes. So that means it's time for me to go, folks. Not because I don't like hanging out with you, but just because like I want to make sure that we're on for a reasonable amount of time. Not too long, not too short. Alrighty then, so this has been Ms. Steph with Science with Ms. Steph. You can get a hold of me for Science with Ms. Steph purposes. Some people have been reaching out for non-science with Ms. Steph purposes, folks. This stuff is for science education for you and for your child and for your your favorite kid in your world, or if you're a teacher and you want some support and some ideas, or even if you want to request that I do an activity similar to this one, right? Okay. So yes, I just want to reiterate very quickly, I am going to give you my info, but that contact information is for Science with Ms. Steph and science club things only. Okay. Yeah. So we did a lava lamp adventure and we found out that yes, the tonic water absolutely does glow. Get you a little black light. Okay. From wherever they sell black lights. Okay. Little UV light. You can actually get this in pet stores, I believe, because the UV light, random fact, you can see whether or not your pet has had accidents per se, um, using the UV light. So you can get it in pet stores. You should be able to get it in some other type of stores. They are not my sponsor, so I'm not calling them by name. There also is a way for you to support us by using that particular well-known online conduit, and I can make sure that you're aware of that as well. I'm throwing it up now on the YouTube live stream. Um, but yeah, so we had a lot of fun, right? The things you will need to do this investigation. And it did come out a bit more like an experiment, right? It didn't quite exactly come out the way we planned, and we had to try several different things, making it more like an experiment. It wasn't that, it was definitely not a controlled experiment, okay? But it was a bit more experimenty than normal instead of just a regular old demonstration, right? So we used tonic water, okay? We used regular water, just plain old H2O, just to as a comparison, right? We used Alka-Seltzer like stuff, our effervescent tablets. We did use some food coloring. We used an oil. I used baby oil. You can use any oil that is liquid at room temperature. And I used some cups. You may have noticed these cups have been reused. Okay, several times I used some cups, and I used a bottle that again has been reused several times for different activities. And that food coloring really does interfere with the reaction a bit, as well as the fact the adding the effervescent tablet in itself interferes with the fluorescence of the tonic water anyway, because the quinine, which is the thing that does fluoresce under UV light, starts to form another chemical with the salts, with not the salts, but with the ions that are in that end up being formed when this starts to get broken down. All kinds of super fun science today, right? So yes. Now I really am done. Okay. This has been Science with Ms. Steph. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you again here on the internets, or if you are in Harlem, you know how to get a hold of me and you know how to join us for March 5th or March 19th. Have a lovely afternoon. Bye. There we go. Bye bye now.